Say I'm like Luigi, cause I clean her like a squeegee.
Welcome to the J-Bubs podcast. Welcome to episode 2. Today we're going to talk about, our Super Bowl thoughts. We're going to give you our top 5 for college football. We're going to give you our March Madness predictions and a lot more. So I think on that, let's start off with NFL Super Bowl thoughts.
I think it was a good game. I mean, not who I wanted to see in it, but it was good football. I mean, great defensive football, especially in that first half.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it?
I think it was like 10-3 going into the half.
I think it was 10. Was it 10-0?
It was.
No,
it was 10-3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was not what you expected out of a high caliber offense such as San Francisco.
Both those offenses, I feel like actually, the Chiefs' defense has been more the highlight than their offense this season.
Yeah.
Which is weird to say because they have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
But yeah. I think a big note to mention, Dre Greenlaw tearing his Achilles walking into the game.
I think that was that was a big difference in the game because Greenlaw was having one of his best games of his career, and then his backup came in. I think he had nine targets on him for 9 receptions, 100-something yards, and a touchdown.
I mean, you saw after the game they were targeting that center of the field.
Yeah.
Without a big presence for the defense like Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah, and
gone.
He was playing well. He got injured early. It was like
first quarter, I think.
Yeah, it was I think it was either first or second.
I mean,
quarter.
Walking into the game
was
heartbreaking.
That was bad. It's tough, especially in a big state like that as a player.
Also, speaking of the Super Bowl, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid.
Wow. I was just shocked when I saw that.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw the replay.
Travis Kelce yelling at Andy Reid. We both play sports. You don't yell at your coach, too.
You don't yell.
You don't. Yes, and you don't touch him.
Yeah.
You can't push your coach like that. Even if you're the star player, especially as a star player.
Yeah. No shot. No shot. And I don't know, it was so early into the game that I don't think it was necessary.
Yeah.
It was the first quarter still.
Yeah.
If that happened, say that happens fourth quarter, and for some reason they're taking out Travis Kelce, that would have been more reasonable, but you still don't do that.
Yeah.
But first quarter with that much time left in the game, no point. No point to do that. I was sad. They seem to still be on good terms after the game. I mean, which good. But he definitely should get some. He's getting the good amount of backlash.
Yeah.
Even from his own brother on the New Heights podcast.
Oh yeah.
Jason Kelce was that's just you can't be doing that. That's just unacceptable.
Yeah. You can't do that to your coach. I mean, especially a guy who took a chance on you.
Yeah. And he's just been I feel like Travis Kelce's been kind of known to do this though. He's had this temper for a while. He's always kind of been a party guy. He's kind of like a Gronk, where he's kind of wild, but he's also got way more of a temper. Remember he punched that guy.
He punched the guy in training camp or something.
Which I didn't think there was a reason for. He didn't. I watched that clip. He did not seem like he deserved to get punched. Yeah, he definitely has the temper, but
with the Super, I feel like it could have been better. I would have liked to seen 2 different teams. I would have liked to seen Ravens Lions.
Same.
But it was fine.
It was a good game.
Yeah. And NFL got what they wanted. They got the Swifty Bowl.
The Swifty Bowl and the fact Taylor Swift won.
Yeah.
God, it's annoying.
We're gonna talk about our off-season thoughts. So, what we think, a big rumor that's been kind of spiraling around in the NFL, Justin Fields to the Steelers.
I like it.
I do like it.
I mean, it really makes sense for the Bears to do that. They could probably get some good stuff for Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And they just get who they want with the number 1 pick in Caleb Williams. It's great. That's a good replacement.
I feel like you keep. We're going to talk about this a little later, but I think Fields could definitely help if you build around him.
Yeah,
in the draft, you draft Marvin Harrison or Joe Alt to help that offensive line. They just lost Cody Whitehair. Yeah. They also just lost Eddie Jackson.
Yeah.
You can help bolster your team and maybe make a playoff push.
Yeah, I think if they I think they should. I've been leaning more towards keeping Justin because I feel like the Bears do this all the time. They get a quarterback and they don't like really build around him. Like he had to deal with a whole new coaching staff change. Was that last year or was that this year? That was last year.
That was last year. It's a cycle.
It's a whole cycle. And then, I mean, now you're just going to give up on him?
Yeah, I mean,
your team hasn't been good, even though you've had a bad receiver core, a bad offensive line around him. Like,
I mean, this year is really his first year with good receivers. I mean, you get DJ Moore. Darnell Mooney is kind of getting to where they wanted him to be.
Yeah, but I mean, I think if you give him Marvin Harrison, generational draft prospect, I think there's no reason you can't. Like, you can't succeed. He showed good flashes, like, at the end of the season last year. I think he can succeed.
Another thought. Baker Mayfield resigns. I like this a lot. I think they should.
Mayfield better resign. Or they better at least give him a contract to resign.
I mean, he led this team to the playoffs, won a game, beat the Super Bowl team, the Eagles, in the playoffs.
Eagles had the downfall of all time in the second half of that season. Where they start 10-1, ended 11-6. 11 ended something bad. They ended very badly.
It was. I think they ended like 11-7 or something.
Yeah, something like that. They just ended, and they lost to
the Buccaneers. I mean,
Buccaneers.
It's not what you like to see. And I mean, towards the end of the year, Sirianni talks about Sirianni getting fired.
Yeah, Sirianni. I didn't even think about that at all at the start of the season. I mean, who would have? Nobody. Like, even midway through the season, like even late into the season, they were still.
I mean, they look like the best team in the league
by a long shot.
And now
their defense kind of fell apart almost. They
defense fell apart. Yeah,
it was weird. It was weird to watch. Jason Kelsey's last game, probably.
Yeah, most likely Jason Kelsey's last game.
That sucks.
Which is, I mean, sad to see such a great, like, impact to the game go.
Yeah.
But I think he's definitely a Hall of Famer. Like, him.
How many Pro Bowls does he have?
I know he's got a lot.
It's a lot.
And I know
he's got the ring.
Yeah, he's got his ring. He's been a big impact on that Eagles O-line. And he's been the best center for, I think, like 5-10 years.
He's been just elite for a while now.
Yeah.
But also, I think those, Now, moving on to some Super Bowl predictions for next year. Way too early.
These are way too early Super Bowl predictions.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Lions-Bills. I could definitely see Josh Allen going on a bit of an MVP season here.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's trying to get vengeance. He's trying to prove himself. People are, like, doubting on him. He has turnover problems. He hasn't been able to prove himself in the playoffs. I think he throws for around 5,000 yards, lowers the interception ratio to touchdown ratio. And I think they go on a bit of a run. I think they finally beat the Chiefs. And I think it would be Lions versus Bills. I mean, Lions almost got there this year.
Yeah.
I mean, without a choke in the second half to the Niners, you're in the Super Bowl. And that is definitely a game they could win.
That was sad to watch.
Yeah.
That unfold. I mean, I was rooting for the Lions heavy. I think everyone in America was, except for 49ers fans.
Yeah.
I think everyone had to have been.
I mean, this is a team who hasn't had success in about
30 years.
Yeah.
Literally.
Never made a Super Bowl. I mean, come on, you gotta.
It's like,
yeah.
That was rough. But my Super Bowl predictions, I got the Packers versus the Texans. I think both of those teams showed that they could have made it this year. I think the Packers could have made it this year. They play, if Anders Carlson doesn't miss the kick, they probably win that game. There's a very high chance they win that game. And the Texans, they didn't play amazing against the Ravens. I mean, I think C.J. Stroud's going to have a better season than he had this year. I think Tank Dell's going to do good. I things. Their coach, Lovie Smith, he's still young. And was that his first year with that team?
No, not Lovie Smith. D'Amico Ryans.
D'Amico Ryans. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I think D'Amico Ryans should have gotten Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
Although what Stefanski did in Cleveland was amazing.
I think they were both very deserving.
What did they have? 5 starting quarterbacks this year, and he turned a 39-year-old Joe Flacco to comeback player of the year.
Yeah, that was.
Which I also think Flacco. I think Mayfield should have gotten comeback player of the year, but
Flacco deserved it.
Flacco did, in fact, deserve it.
He had the best actual comeback.
I mean,
if they would have given it to Damar Hamlin, I would not have been happy. He didn't. Obviously, yes, he had an amazing comeback, amazing story, but he didn't play good this season. If he actually was
I think a total of 20 downs.
Yeah, if he actually played well and was a big part of that Bills defense, he should have easily won it.
Yeah,
no debate.
Even if he just plays good.
Yeah, even if he's just playing consistently and making an impact at all, he should have won it. But, the fact he didn't play, he was just bad. Yeah, does not mean he should have won it. So, yeah, but with the Packers, I mean, I personally think Jordan Love will be better. That receiving core is all young. They already proved themselves as a good core.
Youngest team to make the playoffs ever.
7 seed, beating the Cowboys, who... Cowboys suck. I am not a Cowboys.
Yeah, me neither.
Cowboys was bad. But, yeah, I think... And their defense is young. They just They just re-signed Jair.
They did?
4 years, $83 million deal for Jair. That's big. I think they addressed their safety needs in the draft, getting Tyler Nubin from Minnesota. I think they could actually sneak him in as a second-round pick because I don't think he's too high up on boards for many teams right now. So I think that he's the best safety right now, I think, in this draft.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering. But, yeah, I think that's...
I could definitely see it. Two great young teens. I mean, you look at C.J. Stroud.
This is who I want to be in the Super Bowl next year. This is because I was way too early to tell who's actually going to be good. This is who I want to be in the Super Bowl next year.
Now, let's talk about college football. We're going to give our way too early top 5. Keep in mind, this is way too early.
I mean,
there's not a lot of stuff still happening
until the season starts.
Still a lot of things happening.
Coaches getting hired.
Yeah.
I mean, players leaving, joining. A lot of stuff to happen. But I'll start off this one with my number 1 team next year is going to be the Georgia Bulldogs. I think they have some great pieces coming back in Carson Beck, who he played really good football at the end of the last season. I mean, I think he was as good as any quarterback in the country. Maybe not Heisman caliber, but he was definitely a top-tier quarterback last year, and I think he was going to take another step leading this Georgia team. And Kirby Smart, I think he's the best coach in college football right now. So, yeah, that's my number 1 team. I think they're the most proven team, too, right now, because they have a lot of people coming back. Number 2 team is the Ohio State Buckeyes. And this one should be obvious. They had the best transfer portal class that I may have ever seen. I don't know. They went and just assembled the Avengers over there at Ohio State. Caleb Downs, best freshman in the country, the best player in the portal, all American safety out of Alabama. That's huge. Will Howard, that's a big. He proved himself over at Kansas State. Oh, yeah. That's a big replacement for Kyle McCord. Who else? Quinshon Judkins, number 1 running back in the portal. Out of out of Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And they stole a recruit from Alabama, 5-star quarterback Julian Sayin. And they have Air Nolan coming in, another 5-star quarterback. And they have an insane returning class. TJ Tumaloau. Yeah. I don't know how to say his last name. He's coming back. Their entire defense is coming. They're going to be a good team next year. But I don't think they've proven anything yet, and I don't think I need to see how that team plays as a group and as chemistry. But they definitely have right now. I think they're the best team on paper, but I think Georgia's more proven as a team than them, as an elite team right now. And then at 3, I have Oregon. They've had some pretty big transfer pickups too, getting Dylan Gabriel out of Oklahoma. That's a big one. I mean, he was playing midway through that season. He was playing some like almost Heisman level football. He beat Texas in the Red River Showdown. He was playing really good. That's a big pickup. And they got Dante Moore out of UCLA. Well, I don't think he's played much, but I mean that's still he was a 5-star coming out of high school. That's still big. They got a cornerback from Washington. I can't remember his name right now, but he was good. He was really good for Washington. So I think they're gonna have. And I mean Dan Lanning, one of the best young coaches in the league.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They already have a good defense. And I mean they are going to the Big Ten, which is going to be a tougher thing, but I don't think their schedule is too hard at all next year. I think they do play Michigan, but I don't know if they play Ohio State. So that's not too bad. At 4, I have Texas. They have Quinn Ewers coming back. They got can't remember. He was Alabama's wide receiver 1. Last year. Oh my god, I can't remember his name, but yeah, they got Alabama's wide receiver 1 coming in with Quinn Ewers coming back. I think that they were already a college football playoff team this year. They almost beat Washington. Came out of the last play of that game, game was fun. And yeah, I think that team they're going to be a great team next year. 5, Notre Dame. They got Riley Leonard out of the transfer portal. He was a very good quarterback for Duke. I wouldn't call him elite because he was just like he had injury problems, but he definitely Duke at the start of the season was a very entertaining team to watch. And I think he was.
Oh, is it Isaiah Bond?
Yeah, Isaiah Bonds.
Yeah,
he's a very good receiver. So that's big. And they have also had a great recruiting class. A few people locally into Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So yeah. Big time.
For me, my 1, Ohio State. I mean, like Jake said, best transfer portal, hands down. I mean, you get Caleb Downs, Will Howard. It's just you're expected. They built the Avengers, like he said. You have you have a great high school class coming in. You have one of the best returning classes. I mean, Emeka Egbuka, staying.
Oh yeah, he stayed.
So,
I was thinking about Julian Fleming. Sorry.
Picking up like he said, Aaron Noland. I mean, they're just come on. If they don't, I feel like if they don't win do something big this year, I think Ryan Day's out.
They don't. I think if they don't win the Big Ten this year, Ryan Day's out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a disappointing season if they don't win the Natty.
Yeah.
With how great this team is shaping up to be on paper, if they don't even make the Natty, at least, their fans are going to be outraged. And if they lose to Michigan again this year, with how Michigan's just getting killed this offseason, people leaving, coaches leaving. If they lose to Michigan again in the shoe, Ryan Day is just never going to be respected in Columbus. He's never will.
Yeah.
Never will.
So now, my number 2, Oregon. I mean, I think Dylan Gabriel will become high. I think he'll play like a Heisman level quarterback. Might be a little crazy, but I mean, you have a great recruiting class. You have one of the best young coaches, like you said, and just a lot of expectation. They were good last year. I mean, yeah.
One game out
Playoffs. Almost. If you beat Texas,
they just couldn't beat Washington.
Or yeah, Washington. You beat Washington, you're in.
Yeah, for sure.
My 3 team, Georgia. I think they're gonna do what Georgia does. It's Georgia. I do think they're gonna have a little bit. I don't think they're gonna really perform like they expect. But I mean, you're getting Trevor Etienne. You get London Humphreys. I mean, you get a great recruiting class. You have Carson Beck returning, which I can definitely see Carson Beck stepping up to that playing level he needs to be at. But I mean, I just don't think Kirby Smart, one of the best coaches. I could see them taking a step down though. I mean, I could see them taking maybe a loss. I don't know who they play, but I could definitely see them taking a loss.
I do believe they do play Alabama.
Yeah, I could definitely see them taking a loss to Alabama. My 4 team, Texas. Quinn Ewers, I think he'll play at a Heisman level. I mean, you saw last year. Quinn Ewers, really good. Texas, I mean, they had it all last year. They had the chance. You saw, I mean, against Washington. They really kind of, in that second half, they really showed what they could do. You have a guy, and then coming in, like, you have Matthew Golden, Ryan Wingo. You have a pretty good recruiting class. You have Quinn Ewers obviously returning. I see a lot of upside for the Texas team. And now, number 5, Notre Dame. This one could be a bit of a shock to some people. But, I mean, you have Riley Leonard coming in from Duke. You have a great high school class. And just a lot of hope.
Yeah, sure. For sure. I like that. I mean, we have pretty similar ones.
Yeah.
I think our only difference is top 3.
I mean, yes, losing Joe Alt is going to hurt. But I think you have that one guy from CMH.
Oh,
Owen Strabig, 4-star.
He's gonna have to live up.
He's gonna have to live up
to Joel. He's Joel.
I mean, losing Sam Hartman, but I feel like Riley Leonard could be better. He could definitely be better.
Yeah, I didn't. Sam Hartman, he was almost like a pretty boy.
Yeah.
For the team, like he was good, but he wasn't amazing. Like,
yeah,
he wasn't a fantastic quarterback. I think Riley Leonard will be at least a step up. I don't know how big of one yet. I think he will be a step up from Sam Hartman.
Yeah. All right. Now we're going to move to college basketball. We're going to update you on the season. So, speaking of the season, number 7 UNC got upset by Syracuse 79-86, which is, I mean, you have a team looking like they're trying to win it all in March Madness again. You have March Madness coming up. That's got to lower some confidence in that locker room, losing to an unranked team.
12-14 Illinois State upsets number 23 Indiana State, who is 22-4 after that one. 80-16. Don't know much about either of these teams, but I mean, 80-67. Sorry. That's, I mean, big time. 22-14, losing to a negative, not even 500 team. That's pretty big. So, and then Auburn in a SEC SEC ranked matchup blows out South Carolina by 40.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, this team was 13. This was a 13 versus 11. I think people are expecting this to be a much tighter game, and Auburn just came and smoked them. I mean, kind of wild, to be honest.
Yeah. So we're going to give you our March Madness predictions. These might be a little early, but we're going to give you our predictions on what we think who's going to win.
Right now, I got UConn repeating. Right now, they're 13-1 in conference play. They're easily the number 1 team. I think Cam Spencer, he will continue to really play well and lead that team into a deep run. I think their defense, they've had one of the best defenses in the country recently. They're going to continue to be dominant for the tournament. They've had some issues with their big man, Klingon, staying healthy. He's got some foot issues recently. So I think if he can stay healthy, they will be good because he's big. He's like 7'2", I think.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's big. And they have one of the best depths in the country. Their team's not really there's not a one. They have, all of them are good, like really good, but there's not like one just star player who takes the show averaging like 30 a night. They're all they're like one of the best teams that just spread the floor, find the open guy, getting the passes, like all the passes you need in the country right now. So I think that's going to show deep in the tournament. I think that having depth, in my opinion, is more important than just having big star power, especially in a game like basketball. I think you need a deep team with at least with still some star power. You can't have just one guy and it's just a big drop off from your 2. From your 1 to your 2, it can't be a big drop off, which they don't have. So that's what I'm seeing from UConn right now.
For me, I think Houston's going to take it. They've been pretty good the past few years. This year they're 21-3 overall. They're 8-3 in their conference. And I think LJ Cryer is really just going to take that charge. He's going to take that step up that they need. I think he's going to drop around maybe 20 points a game. He's just going to show up when they needed him to. I could also see Emmanuel Sharp, like, really taking a step up. He keep playing a little better. I feel like they get maybe two of their guys to maybe 3-4 points higher. I think they make a run. Another team I could see going deep is Marquette. I could see them going around the Final Four. I mean, they're 10-3 in conference. They do play UConn tomorrow as we're recording this. We're recording this on February 16th. I could definitely see Marquette making a run. I mean, Tyler Kolek, I could see him taking that big step. He's been playing great recently. And I could definitely see him taking a step up, maybe averaging 25. Shaka Smart, he's a great coach. I could definitely see like someone taking a step up. Another guy who could see become a leader in that locker room is Cam Jones. I feel like he could lift the team up, put some extra needed points. So, yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
NHL, our fantasy league, it's not going good for Jake.
Okay. But we're on the rise right now, okay? I am beating a friend right now. Not going to name drop him.
Yeah.
But I'm beating him for my... Right? It goes till Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I win this, I will not have to run the milk mile as of right now, I believe. Because he's in my division, and I think he's the second worst.
Yeah,
so if I
he's
beat him,
1-3.
Okay.
And you are 1-4. Me, on the other hand, I'm the top. I'm 5-0.
I still think you're cheated.
I did not cheat. I got the first overall pick. Look, all right?
Because you made the league.
No. All right. I have a bye week this week. So, nothing to worry about for me. But, I mean, Jake just doesn't want to earn that milk mile.
I should have won last week. I'm still mad that I didn't win last week. Okay? I was up by like 20. Don't give me that. I was up by 20. I checked the date on Thursday, the day before it ends. Because it was like the weird week with the All-Star break.
Yeah, with All-Star.
And I was down. And I almost broke something. Okay? Because if I would have won that, I would have, once again, not been in last place. So, it's tough. But if I win this week, and I'm winning in my other league, and it's this trash shocker, beefed with him today. But, so I was kind of hyped about that. Big time hype. So, looking good for me. Connor Bedard.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back after his jaw. He broke his jaw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had him in the
Yeah.
fishbowl. They had him in the fishbowl helmet. I think yesterday. I think he had an assist. I believe. I think.
I saw he had an assist in the loss.
Okay, but I mean he's still back. That's big.
Yeah.
It's big for some people. We had some beef between what teams were those? The Riley Grit.
I don't remember, but
it was it was what 3-2?
It was the
it was third period. Seconds.
It was the Maple
left on
Leafs
clock.
versus the or not the Maple Leafs, the Senators versus the Maple Leafs. I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, it was like clock's running down in the third period. They have a breakaway. They're already up a point. The guy comes in and just slap shots it right into the net.
Yeah, they're up a point. There's end of the game, open net, slap shots it in. Obviously, very disrespectful move. Should not do that, and then just gets laid out.
He just got rocked. Which honestly deserved. But that's what I love about hockey.
Yeah,
they
you could fight.
They like actual fist fights. Like, it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I've been going to Admirals games lately.
Oh my god, dude! You don't know who the Admirals are? They're the
they're the Nashville Predators affiliate team. They're their feeder team.
The G League. So they're G League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been going to their games recently because my dad a few weeks ago got me tickets to a game, but it was on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and they do a promotion where if they win on that game that you're at, you get the next Tuesday or Wednesday game for free. So I've gone to the past 4 or 5 games. It's been pretty awesome.
That's just wild.
I mean, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm thinking stuff like... Oh, let's go to our Stanley Cup predictions.
Yeah.
Yeah, which...
Me, I'll go first. I think the Oilers and the Bruins will face off. I mean, Oilers, you have Connor McDavid. He's been star of the league. So, you just look at them. They're not top tier, but I mean, I could definitely see them making something happen. And then the Bruins, I mean, you've what's his name? The wing, David Pasternak, who's been great this year. So I mean, you have just talent all around. I could definitely see the Bruins making it.
I got the Canucks versus the Rangers. Both teams right now, like these power rankings right now, the Canucks are at number 1, and I think the Rangers are at 4. Both teams have been playing very well. Right now, I think the Canucks are what?
Yeah.
37-12.
They've been good.
Very good, very good. I think they have the star power it takes. With yeah. I think I'm gonna have the Canucks winning that one. I just think they're a more complete team, and yeah. So that.
Let's go to MLB now. We have spring training coming up. I think it starts. I think in like a week.
Yeah, it's soon.
We have pitchers now throwing live bullpens. I mean, Shohei Ohtani showing up. You see that giant scar from Tommy John.
Yep.
Edwin Diaz, the Mets own, throwing live bullpen sessions. I'm excited. I mean, it's been too long without a sport.
Yeah, I mean, I don't keep up with baseball that often. I'm looking to change that this season.
Yeah.
Looking to get more into it. So, not really much to talk about. Except, they did announce some new City Connect jerseys.
They did.
Which City Connect jerseys are always very cool.
Yeah.
Always. I feel like there's a few that I don't like, but I like at least I like the Brewers one.
Yeah.
Brewers one's nice. So.
But not a lot going on right now.
Yeah, not a ton.
I mean, I think that they should. I think some teams should re-sign certain players, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
The NBA, the Knicks have it's not looking good for them going into the All-Star break. They've lost 4 in a row. Yes, one of those was that Rockets play where Jalen Brunson was called on a foul.
Oh,
Which was then reviewed after the game and called not a foul.
So did they protest that?
So the Knicks are currently in protest.
What does that even mean? I've never even heard that.
I think they're like suing the NBA or something. It's
I've
never really works.
Yeah, I don't think that's very smart. But I mean, they were on a very hot streak for a while. They were up to like 2nd or 3rd in the East, I believe.
Yeah.
And now they've definitely dropped.
I mean, injuries have really derailed that team. You have OG Anunoby hurt. You have Julius Randle. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of injuries too. I mean, they're
Mitchell Robinson hurt, Julius Randle hurt, OG Anunoby hurt. Jalen Brunson has been getting injured for about a day. Like he'll get injured sometime. It's just you hope when come playoffs that's a healthy team. But if
that's a healthy team in the playoffs, I could see them doing some good things.
Like Jake just said, Knicks fall, Cavs rise up. They're 18-2 in their past 20 games.
That is wild.
Which is wild. They have been playing
I did not think
great.
That with the Cavs.
They have been very sneaky. I mean, nobody's really given them. They are 2nd in the East, behind the Celtics. So, Celtics 43-12. They're taking that top spot.
They are taking that top spot and running with it right now.
I mean, the Cavs 36-17. Really, just. I mean, they're 19-9 at home.
Yeah, they've been very good, very good this season.
Another team that has kind of fallen off is our team, the Milwaukee Bucks. Since the Doc Rivers hire, they are 3-7, which
they've had a hard schedule.
Not great. We have had a hard schedule, but it's not. We were 30-13 when Adrian Griffin left, and now we're 35-21. It's been ugly. We've been dropping ranks, haven't been getting consistent wins. The defense is not there.
The defense has just been bad all season.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like the issue with Adrian Griffin.
Yeah, with Adrian Griffin.
Defense was so bad. But, I mean, it hasn't gotten any better with what's his face yet. I mean, he hasn't done anything that impressed me.
Yeah,
except for he beat the...
You get Pat Bev.
Yeah, he is not...
Pat Bev has been... I feel like that was a good acquisition. Helped that defense.
Yeah, it was
also,
a good hard-nosed defender. Yeah, for sure.
Danilo Gallinari, he's pretty good. I mean, just good bench player. But, I mean, I don't know. That Doc Rivers hire... I don't know, man.
I feel like... I don't know. I don't know. I just don't agree with firing the coach mid-season. Like first year, you're 30 and 13.
You're second in the East. I mean,
yeah, like you did not. I don't think that needed to be a fire.
But also coming up, the All-Star break.
Good time.
I mean, your favorite competitions. You got the 3-point competition. You have Malik Beasley from the Bucks. Jalen Brunson from the Knicks. He's been having MVP caliber.
Yep.
Tyrese Halliburton also been playing great. Dame, the defending champ.
He won last year.
He did win last year. Lauri Markkanen from the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell from the Cavs. Karl Anthony Towns from the Timberwolves. And Trae Young from the Hawks. I could definitely see. I mean, this might be a little biased also, but Dame. It's Dame time. He's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
For sure.
I could also see Trae Young taking it. Trae Young is very good. He's a great 3-point shooter.
About that 3-point thing, isn't Steph Curry and like Sabrina?
Yes.
They're doing like a 3-point kind of.
Yeah, they're doing a 3. It's Steph Curry versus Sabrina Ionescu.
Ionescu. Who she actually holds the current record for most threes during one of like the contest.
So it's basically the Steph Curry of the WNBA versus Steph Curry. Which I think it'll be fun. I mean, it's cool how they're doing it.
It depends on how are they doing it with. Is she using?
I think she's going to use NBA ball and line.
And line, yeah, I remember.
Because I know she's trying to prove.
She's trying to prove that
WNBA players can do it too.
Yeah, even without. Yeah, okay.
Another thing going on, the dunk contest. The dunk contest has not been there in years. It has not been.
Last year's was okay with Mac McClung.
Yeah, Mac McClung, he's returning.
Oh, that's kind of hype.
The dunk contest this year is Jaylen Brown with the Celtics. Jaime Jaquez Jr., the Heat's rookie. Mac McClung. It's funny. He's a G Leaguer, but
he's a G League, but he won it.
He was so electric last year. You got to put him back in.
You got to put him back.
And then Jacob Toppin, Obi Toppin's brother, for the Knicks. I mean, I haven't really watched a dunk contest ever since that one Aaron Gordon versus
that was
Derrick Jones Jr.
That was beautiful.
Where Eric Gordon dunked over Taco Fall.
Oh, I was talking about the Eric Gordon.
But the Aaron Gordon Zach LaVine one also.
Yeah, that one was the best one of all time. That was the best one of all time.
But I mean, the hype has not been there.
Yeah, for sure.
Dunks. Some of the dunks have been lame. I'm gonna put it straight. Some of them have been lame.
Which I mean, that's the thing. Like, you see all these players. None of these are star players. These are like young players. Or Mac McClung's a G League.
I mean, the only real star player is Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I want like the superstars of the league.
Yeah,
come and do this. Like, imagine, like, LeBron. Has he ever been in a dunk contest? I think he like refused.
I
think he was like the start of the end of the dunk contest because he refused to, and he would have been fantastic in the dunk contest.
Yeah,
he was so athletic in his prime. He still is athletic.
Yeah, I mean he's 40.
Yeah,
it's like crazy.
Imagine him in his prime in the dunk contest. He would have been fantastic. So,
and then obviously the main event, the All-Star game. For the West, I mean, you got LeBron versus Giannis again. LeBron, Jokic, KD, Luka, and Shea. That is a very. I mean, you've got three of the NBA or NBA's MVPs, like the top 5 of the NBA MVPs. I mean, Shea, Luka, Jokic having years. They're having themselves a year. And then on the other side, you have Giannis, Tatum, Joel Embiid, who is out. So I think they're choosing. I know they have to choose different. I think they chose Scotty Barnes and Trae Young because Julius Randle's also hurt. But I mean, Damian Lillard, Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Tatum, Giannis, and then I think Bam will sub in.
Is Ant Edwards not on the West team? He better be.
I think he's a sub.
Really?
And then the reserves for the West: Devin Booker, Steph Curry. Not being a starter in, what was it, like 8 years or something? First time in about 8 years.
He's definitely had more of a down year. The entire Warriors team's had a down year.
Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, who I think Kawhi Leonard should be a starter. He is having an MVP season.
He's been good.
So, yeah. And Karl Anthony Towns. For the East, Bam Adebayo, Paolo Banchero, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, who is also having a great year, Donovan Mitchell, and now Trae Young and Scotty Barnes. So I could ever see the West taking it here. West are definitely just a better team.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It depends how they perform.
It is the All-Star game.
It is the All-Star game.
It's just like, nobody really cares.
Yeah.
With the All-Star. Like, the players don't care.
Some hot topics in the sports community. Tiger Woods pulls out of the Genesis Invitational due to illness. Now, we don't watch golf very much. I've never watched golf, nor played.
I just know Tiger Woods.
But I know Tiger Woods. Kind of shocking.
Which he's been in a lot of, just health-related,
he had the car crash.
Was it 2 car crashes, or am
I think it was 2. That's just
wild.
Yeah. You have Caitlin Clark breaking the NCAA women's scoring record, which, wow.
Caitlin Clark's she's good. She's going to be,
I feel like
she has potential to be one of the best women's basketball players of all time.
Yes. I think she might already be. She's definitely, the best NCAA women's basketball player of all time.
Yeah, I think she might be the best college.
Now, can she translate that in the WNBA? Maybe.
I think she can.
I definitely think she can. I saw a thing when they played Michigan when she broke the record. I think after the first, she had more points than the entire Michigan team.
Yeah,
which is just wild.
It's just wild. That's just wild.
Other news: Jimmy Garoppolo, suspended for PED use. I think he was suspended I think he suspended 2 games. Which
does that even matter? He's gonna be on the bench.
I'm pretty sure the Raiders are gonna cut him after the season.
Yeah, no shot.
Once the season fully ends. But, it's just wild. I thought PEDs were supposed to make you good.
Yeah, he is not good at football. I'm keeping it real. That guy sucks. So,
Mbappe. We don't watch soccer.
Overseas.
Kylian Mbappe, there have been rumors that he's going to Real Madrid. I could definitely see it.
That would be big.
That would be big.
Leaving PSG. I don't know much about soccer, but I know that's big.
I know. Real Madrid hasn't really had their guy since Ronaldo left. But ever since Ronaldo leaving, haven't been that same team. Everyone knows Real Madrid and Barcelona. Messi and Ronaldo, 2 of the greatest of all time. So I think Mbappe joining, he definitely has the chance to be that guy, that greatest of all time guy.
He's really good.
We saw in the World Cup last year.
Hat trick in the final.
He was the one who kept France in that.
Yeah, he kept France in that game. I was watching that. He had some crazy goals. Some more serious topics here, some kind of sad topics. Kansas City parade.
There was a shooting.
During the Super Bowl parade, there was a shooting. I get 1 confirmed dead.
Yeah, I think it was 1 confirmed dead, bunch injured.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 juveniles that were charged.
So
with a lot of stuff.
I do not.
I hope they're in prison for years.
Yeah,
messed up, horrible thing.
What are you doing? Why?
22. Police said that 22 other victims range from 8 to 47.
8 years.
8 years old. I think the youngest patient they received was 6. It's
6
horrible.
years old, going to their favorite team's Super Bowl parade, trying to have a good time. Their parents probably brought them there, and then they have to deal with that. And that's that's just stupid. It's
and
school shooting.
On a lighter topic, I saw good guy Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes visited the kids, which is awesome.
I saw some things that happened not even after. I saw something that Jackson Mahomes, guy, nobody likes him. He's always in the news for bad stuff. I saw some report that he was hiding in the in some station that was right there, and he was seen comforting a kid who had been separated from his parents.
Yeah,
and then I saw something that it was Andy Reid.
Yeah, I saw Andy Reid where he was hiding kids and comforting kids. And then I saw one. I don't remember which player, but I know it was a Chiefs player, was shoving kids into closets and hiding them.
Yeah.
And then going out back into the gunshots to help.
That's just great to see.
Great.
It's great to see the role models and stuff for these kids being
there,
not, so selfless and just being not just thinking about themselves in that kind of situation.
We do not like the Chiefs, but that you got to respect that. That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's fantastic to hear.
On a lighter news, NCAA 25, the teaser dropped. Thank the Lord.
It looked fantastic. The teaser looked fantastic.
I'm very excited we have not had a game like, there hasn't been a football game like this since NCAA 14, which is one of the best, I think the best football game of all time.
Yeah, that's one of the best.
I just hope that it's not a Madden copy.
If it's a Madden copy, I'm going to be mad.
I mean, I feel like the last good Madden was Madden 20.
Like, I'm almost ready to get a PS5 for this. Yeah. I don't think it's going to drop on PC. Because, like, I don't have new gen console. I just got a PC.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm, like, it's that big, then I would be willing to get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X for this.
Yeah.
For sure. So, like, if this is a good game, it better be a good game. That's all I'm saying.
Some popular topics in the media. Kanye dropped. We are very happy about that. Finally. Ever since, he's been teasing it. Ever since Donda, he's been teasing this album. He said he was going to drop it a few months ago. Hasn't dropped it.
I remember thinking it was going to drop on November 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a lot of stuff. But it finally dropped.
We both love the album.
I've heard so many people who call themselves Kanye fans, call themselves not like the album. I don't know why. I think it's a fun album. Obviously, it doesn't have like the greatest story. It's not like the most like the greatest. It's not like the most deep, hard-hitting bars of all time. Like there's no like big song like that. I mean, there's a few. Like "Beg Forgiveness" is kind of like a sadder song. But I think it's just a fun album. Like "Do It" is a fun song. You just kind of vibe to. Carnival is just a banger.
Carnival is a banger. You have Burn.
Burn is Burn's such a chill song that you just kind of vibe to. And I think the song's like "Pay." That's just like a club dance song.
It's got everything.
Yeah, it's literally got like all the things, but also, it's Kanye.
It is Kanye.
There's going to be controversy.
Ozzy Osbourne, if you didn't hear, in the song "Carnival," there was an Iron Man sample from Ozzy Osbourne, of a guitar sample. Ozzy Osbourne came out, said he did not want to be affiliated with Kanye.
He's anti-Semitic,
because he is anti-Semitic, which unfortunately is true.
He's a trumpet.
But I think where he put in "Hell of a Life," his other song, he put that guitar sample in. I think it's way better.
Yeah, I think it's way better. But that wasn't the only song that Kanye had a Ozzy Osbourne song sampled on. On the song "King," there's a "Crazy Train" sample. You can kind of hear it. It's in the back. He hasn't taken that out, so that's definitely going to cause problems.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't even Ozzy Osbourne wasn't even the only artist that came out saying that Kanye sampled their music without their permission.
Donna Summers.
Donna Summers came out saying in the song "Good Don't Die."
Yeah.
It was a sample.
The song "I Feel Love."
Yeah, "I Feel Love" was sampled.
It was sampled, but then apparently Kanye changed it and had someone else sing it, and they used that. But there's still, controversy. It's been taken off of Spotify.
It's been taken off Spotify, which I like that song, so I'm kind of sad.
Yeah.
See that one go.
But it's certainly
But I love the album.
Yeah,
I think,
me too.
Like the more I listen to it, the more songs I like. Like I don't think there's any skips, except for "Talking." But like that song,
it just gets old.
It gets old. Like the North first gets old. It's kind of repetitive.
Another album dropped, Yeet. I have not listened to it yet.
I've not listened to it. I've seen so many mixed reviews on social media. I've seen people say it's like a 9-10 album. This is like his best album. And then I've seen people say he went 5 for 22, 2 for 22. Like I've seen it's polar opposites right now. I've never seen someone say like middle ground. Just good album.
Yeah.
Not great.
I've seen either the best or the worst.
Yeah. So I mean, I never really cared for Yeet. I've always thought his music was just kind of like
corny.
Just like it was like kind of hype.
Yeah.
But like it was never like good music. So I don't know. Yeah.
But we have no on this week on CTE. We have no Antonio Brown, Chandler Jones. They've been out
of the media. We need some new CTE candidates. Okay.
Yeah. I mean Gronk.
Gronk needs to do something.
But we're also gonna start something. We're gonna give our 3 hot takes. So we have 3 set up, and we're gonna rate them. 10. We're gonna rate them 1 through 10. 10 being it's most likely to happen. 1 being it's not. It's very unlikely.
So like, it's kind of the opposite of what you think. 10 is like it's a kind of a cold take. I would assume.
No. 10's right? 10's a cold take.
10's cold.
Like,
can we switch that?
No. 10's a cold take. Where
10. Okay.
Like
so
if it's a 10,
likeliness to happen. The higher
the
number, the higher, the colder the take. Okay. So my first take is that Jordan Love will be a top 5 quarterback next year. Top 5. I think he proved at the end of the season that he is a elite quarterback. There was not many quarterbacks at the end of the regular season in the playoffs who were playing better than him. So there was not many. Like, he had the best stats. He was one of the best. He was just one of the best quarterbacks. And I think with that year of experience, and with all those wide receivers' years of experience, I think he's going to take that step up again. Like, he's going to take another step up in his development as just the next guy in Green Bay, like that.
I could definitely see it. I mean, Jordan Love, he was definitely top 10 by the end of the year.
100%.
He played great. I mean, I think I saw a stat, like, 1 point he was 16-1 for interceptions and touchdowns, which is just, for a guy in his first full year starting, crazy.
There's so much expectations, too. Like, at places like Green Bay, that's like...
That's quarterback. That's quarterback central.
That's like you're filling in the footsteps of a legend.
Of 2 Hall of Famers.
Yeah, like you are like... That's a big torch to carry.
Yeah.
So... my second take here is that Ohio State will not live up to the hype. Now, I know I said that they're the second best team in the country. That's not the hype they have right now. The hype they have right now is that they're going to win the Natty. They're going to easily win the Natty. There's no one that could even come close to stopping them. They're going to be the greatest team of all time. I've seen that. I don't think they will. This team, they all are coming in from the transfer portal. New coaches, new stuff like that. Chip Kelly's never coached any of these players. Ryan Day hasn't coached any of these new players. Like Caleb Downs, never been coached by Ryan Day. Quinshon Judkins, never been coached by Ryan Day. Will Howard, their quarterback, never been coached by Ryan Day. Also, I just don't think Ryan Day's that great of a coach. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think he's
might be a little biased,
that great.
But yeah,
it's definitely biased, but also he's a bum. So I don't think you can't buy the culture of a team. You can't buy it. You can't buy the chemistry in the locker room. You can't buy the quarterback to wide receiver chemistry. You can't buy that. So I still think they'll be good. They're going to be top 5, but I don't think they're like the guarantee to win the Natty. Like, they're going to be one of the best teams of all time kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're going to be good, but I don't think they're going to be that good. So, yeah, that one's definitely more of a hot take.
Yeah.
That one's definitely more of a hot take. Then my last one is that Jordan Love will win the MVP. And I think number 2 is either going to be C.J. Stroud or Josh Allen.
I could definitely see it.
I mean, Jordan Love, I think he's just going to, like I said, he's just going to take that step in his development. He's just going to, like, become more, like, at the start of the season, I don't think he's going to have that rough start anymore, which I think that kind of held him back from being almost in those MVP conversations at the end of the year. So he doesn't have that rough start. The Packers start 5-2. Got that first one, they beat the Falcons. They beat, like, those teams they lost to early on. I think, and he plays well, like he did. He looked bad, like they beat the Raiders. He played his worst game against the Raiders. Like they don't have, he will not have that shaky start next year. And I think he's just gonna I think he's gonna play better than he did this year. I think he's just gonna be consistent. He's gonna be like, I think he's just gonna be good. I think he's gonna be at least in the top 5 for MVP conversation. I think he will win.
I'll rate your 3 now. I think Jordan Love will definitely be a top 5 by the end of the year. Even as I'm not a Packer fan, as if you couldn't tell, he's a Packer fan. But I could definitely see it happening. I would rate this one an 8 out of 10. I think this has almost very likely. It is. I think this is very likely to happen.
Sure.
Second one, Ohio State will not live up to the hype. This one's way more of a hot take. I'd say this one is more of a 4 or a 3. Ohio State. I mean, you've got the Avengers over there. You've got a great team. Now, I could also I'll rate them a 5, 4/5 out of 10, because I could definitely see them not living up to that hype. But now I don't think it's very likely. Jordan Love winning MVP. I feel like this one's a bit of a stretch. I'll say 4 though. So this is a pretty hot take. I mean, Jordan Love, coming off of a great season. I did hear some people saying he would be in the MVP conversation next year. I could definitely see it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's very likely. Now, my 3 hot takes. My first one. Daniel Jones will prove the haters wrong. I mean, I'm a Giants fan. Daniel Jones, I mean, you saw last year when he had help. He has had horrible coaching his entire career. And now you get a good coach in Brian Dable. He brings his team to the playoffs. I could definitely see him maybe being top 10. Top 15, top 10.
Sure.
My second one. This is only if the Bears keep Justin Fields, they will make the playoffs. I think they should definitely keep Fields. And if they do keep Fields, I think they'll make the playoffs. I mean, if they keep Fields, they draft Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison and DJ Moore on both sides is a dangerous duo. And then that Chicago defense, they really started to show up at the end. I mean, Jalen Johnson, if they re-sign him, he would be good. I think they should definitely re-sign him. They have the cap space. I think they should. And my third and final take, Dodgers are first-round playoff exits. This one is a bit of a stretch. This is a very hot take. But I just think, I mean, the Dodgers have never been really a team to show up in the world or in the playoffs. I mean, as you saw this past year, you had the Braves out in their first round, like the second round. I mean, got the bye out in the second round. I could definitely see them being just losing. I do not think they will live up to the hype. Those are my 3 hot takes.
Let me rate those real quick. I think the first one, I could see it. I mean, the 1 year he had good coaches. He played his best career year, and he won a playoff game, and the Vikings team, which was very good that year.
Yeah.
So I think he definitely could be top 15, top 10 in that range. I don't think he's gonna be like. I feel like if he's top 10, he's gonna be 10. If he's top 15, he's gonna be like the 13, 14, like 12 through 14 kind of range.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a 8, 7, 7. That's like, yeah, that could definitely happen. I'd see that. The Bears making the playoffs, again, yes, I see this. I have the exact same view as you. I think the Bears keep Justin Fields. I don't think there's no reason why they just every couple of years they go and get a new quarterback in the draft. Just build around Fields. Let him have like him in that offense. Like they just got a new offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron.
Yep.
Fired Lou Getsy. Let that happen. Let that happen.
This is a team.
Get Marvin Harrison Jr.
This is a team that's never had quarterback success.
Yeah.
I think
never.
I don't think they've ever had a quarterback to pass for more than 4,000 yards.
Yeah, no, they've been bad at the quarterback position. Their entire thing. Their best quarterback was from the 50s. I'm pretty sure. They've not been good in quarterbacks in recent memory. I think Fields has the best shot at being their guy. I think they just have to let him build, give him a better receiver, pick up maybe even if you don't go the receiver way, get an offensive lineman. Then you can pick up like T. Higgins.
Get a guy like Joe Alt and then get T. Higgins in free agency.
Yeah, that's not where I would go, especially unless they trade that first pick
and get more draft.
More
draft or a player or something.
Maybe they trade back, get Joe Alt, then take T. Higgins, more experienced guy. Yeah. In free agency, I like that.
I mean, something too. I could definitely see.
But I just think I think they keep Fields.
I could definitely see them trading back to 2 or 3 with the Patriots or Commanders.
Yeah.
And getting, more picks from that, only moving down a pick. Because those teams are going to pick quarterback.
Yeah, they want quarterback. Especially the Patriots. I could see the Patriots trying with
Jared Mayo now.
Gerard Mayo. I could see them trying to get first and trying to get Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Because Caleb Williams is like that blue chip guy that everyone wants.
I could definitely see, new head coach in Washington.
Yeah, Dan Quinn.
And Cliff Kingsbury, who also has connections with Caleb Williams.
So, yeah, I could also see that.
So, I could see them trading up.
Yeah. That would be big. So, I think that's like a 8, 9. I think, that's my viewpoint exactly. So, But then the Dodgers' first round exits. I don't know baseball, but I know the Dodgers have created like the Avengers over there. So with Shohei, who else did they sign?
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yeah.
They have Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. They have a super team over there. I could not see them losing the first round. I could see them not winning the World Series, but first round exits, I don't see it. So I'll rate that like a 3. That's a hot take. Yeah, that's hot. So
now,
that's it.
That's all we have for you this week. Thank you for listening to the J-Bubs Show. This has been J-Bubs. See you next week.
Yep.